Sam. Cam. Salmon Cam.
All right, welcome back.
Sup?
Let's keep going.
Keep going. Don't even run into a replica here.
Oh shit!
How can we help you, Vexian?
You've seen this cutscene in Sora mode,
But it's the same thing.
but they expand it.
You
They show more.
believe this Sora has much potential, but I remain unconvinced he is truly worth such coddling. I think an experiment would show if he really is of any value to us.
Well, here we go again.
Tell you when it cuts off for
It's
Sora.
just an excuse so you can carry out your little experiments, that's
Right, yeah.
all.
So this is, I
I'm
think,
a scientist.
after I beat Larxene for the first
Experiments are what I
time.
do.
Basically.
Yes.
Whatever. You can do what you want. But you know, I think testing Sora is just a cover for testing your valet.
Valet? He's the product of pure research.
What he actually is a toy.
Now you actually know what they're talking about.
You should just
Yeah.
learn to be quiet.
Repliku.
Anyway, since you came all this way, you're gonna need this.
Now you see
A
what he
humble
actually
gift to
does with
my
that.
elder.
Yeah.
I hope you use it to put on a very good show for us.
This is where it cuts off for Sora.
Yeah.
Everything here is new.
That card holds the memories of Sora and Riku's home.
It's just a card. What good is that?
Little help from Naminé, you'll have all the real Riku's memories.
He doesn't know what
Maybe we can get her to
purpose
make
of
you forget
cards
you're
are.
nothing but a fake. In other words, we'll remake your heart so you can be exactly the same as the real Riku, okay?
You want to remake my heart? The real Riku is a wimp who's afraid of the dark. What do I want with the heart of a loser?
Any objections, Vexen? After all, you do want to test Sora, don't you?
It must be done.
How can you? Are you betraying me?
I told you I would make good use
Oh.
of you, didn't I?
No.
Relax, kiddo. I don't think it's gonna hurt that much.
I'll hurt you.
Stupid little toy. Think you could defeat me? Where would you ever get a thought like that? But look on the bright
Look at
side.
Naminé.
Yeah.
Along with everything else in your head, Naminé will erase the memory of me knocking you flat. Instead, she will implant the loveliest little memories you could ever hope
Jesus.
Yeah.
Really
for.
terrifying,
It's no
actually.
big deal that they're all lies.
No. No!
Yeah, that's
Oh. So that explains a little bit more why Repliku kind of becomes his own person at the end of Sora's story.
yeah, because
He doesn't really want to be the real Riku.
Yeah.
He wants to be his own thing.
they like turned him into an imitation of the real Riku. And that's why he was just like acting like Riku. But that wasn't the real him. That wasn't the real Repliku. Real Repliku almost got erased right now. It's pretty much Sora beating him up that caused him to realize who he really was.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's these are not good people, Sam.
No,
They-
evidently not.
They abuse children and clones.
Clones of children.
Yeah, clones of children.
Children, clones, and clones of children.
Riku's
There's an episode title.
Riku is less than a day old, so
Alright, so now I guess it doesn't matter so much what the order
Nope.
is, right? So I'm just going to do Olympus next. Olympus, then Atlantica, then Halloween Town. I think that's the order. And then I don't think we've ever seen what Riku looks like in a Halloween costume for the Halloween.
he does not have a Halloween costume. I don't want to get you to get disappointed, but yeah, he doesn't have a Halloween costume.
Oh,
But
okay.
it makes sense because he doesn't have balance magic. That's the whole reason that they blend in.
That is true. That feel when you don't have no, but he's got.
If
I can't even make a no friends joke because he does have no
If
friends.
Riku went to the real Atlantica, he would just drown.
Oh, thank God, a deck.
Yes, an actual deck. That's beautiful.
Take this! Like it!
Feels good, man. Actually, why don't I take a minute to just appreciate this? And actually, maybe we can delete some map cards too. I don't know.
I don't care as much.
876-176-515-271.
Is that your phone number?
Yeah. My phone number is 876-176-515-6271-678. Oh, shit, 3 zeros. Nice. 111. I didn't know my phone number had 3 zeros.
Yeah, I didn't know it had the word "oh shit" in it.
And then 5.
And then
Ocean.
the monkey.
And then the monkey. Oh.
Yeah. So
That
that
is
those
interesting.
ones at the end become 9s.
That's pretty Powerwild. I don't know why I'm doing this.
You like being a naughty boy and wreaking havoc and breaking things?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that was our
Yeah, this probably
Group
a whole
chat.
bunch of Snapchat.
because like both our phones were clicking. It's gotta be the one group chat we're both part of. I mean, it certainly wasn't you or me.
Your Majesty! Come on! Like it! Take this!
Let me see what that
sliding dash.
He's always had sliding dash. You know what's just funny? One of the Bouncywilds moves in Kingdom Hearts 1 made you drop money, right? In what's it called? And in Chain of Memories, where there's no money, makes you drop movement points. In Riku mode, it doesn't make you drop anything. It just makes you trip. Doesn't even damage you. Since Riku doesn't have any money, it doesn't matter. Since Riku's broke, it doesn't matter.
For a minute, I was like, wait, why did I win? There's a shadow over there. But it was actually just Riku's gloved hand.
Wow, you really are falling into darkness, huh?
Your Majesty! Come on!
Holy burst!
Your Majesty!
Well, 3 zeros, perfect for duels.
Yeah.
Darkness!
Like that is enough for you to win any duel against any Heartless in this level by just mashing X. Because you'll eventually get to 3 zeros.
Yeah.
Except for large bodies, because those guys have 5 cards to break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there are enough high cards elsewhere in the deck that beating them wouldn't beat hard either.
Yeah. God, I just really love all the character put into his enemies in Kingdom Hearts.
Your Majesty!
Kingdom Hearts is a masterclass in enemy design that, like,
Yeah, holy shit, seriously.
like, there's a lot of character, a lot of personality, just very appealing designs, but also they're all like deliberately designed. They all fit their roles in the combat and gameplay. Like, even when the gameplay changes to a card game, you know,
Yeah.
you're still going to get into a battle, and you're going to take into account every single type of enemy you see, and you're going to
Just me!
deal accordingly.
Out of my way!
You know, you're not going to use Blizzard on the blue guys. You're not gonna play low cards in the flowers,
Yeah.
etc., etc. Even the games that I don't like that much in the series, they still have good enemy design. There's like, that's like the one thing that's never been an issue. And like, it's a shame that like people don't realize this, because like enemy design is the whole reason action games work.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't really matter what your moveset is if the enemies make it useless or annoying or whatever.
Yeah. It doesn't matter how deep your combat system is if you have no reason to explore its depths. Meanwhile, if you have a really simple combat system but really good enemy design, then it could feel so much better. You ever heard of Ease?
Ease?
Yeah, that's capital Y, lowercase s.
Oh, yes.
Do you know what the battle system in that game is?
Didn't you say it was like running into enemies? Or
Yeah.
something? Yeah.
It's called bump combat, because all you do...
Bumper cars.
Yeah, it's bumper cars. All you do is just run into enemies. There's no buttons. You just run around, and if you bump into the back or the side of an enemy, or if you hit them in the front but you're off center, they take damage. If you collide with them straight head on from the front, you both take damage. If they collide with you, you take damage. That is the extent of the combat system. That is like, it could not get any simpler. It is simpler than Zelda.
Yeah. Which is saying something.
And yet the enemy design is so good. The enemies, it like turns, some of the bosses just become straight up bullet hells. And it's just like you're just dodging everything, trying to get a chance to just ram into the dude, and then you do, and then you just like you like run around again, and it just feels super fun and satisfying. And it's like, yeah, all right, I don't need a complicated battle system. I just need some really good enemies. Do you remember Horizon Zero Dawn?
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn actually had a really interesting system with regards to knockdowns, finishing moves you could do on knockdowns, like how you perform knockdowns and all that stuff. And had like two types of attacks, light and heavy. Could do a lot of combos with that, slide stuff. But it doesn't matter, because 99% of the enemies don't take any sort of hit stun from melee attacks. There's no point in doing melee attacks at all. The game is actually just a shooter. Though all the stuff I mentioned only works on the basic enemy. It works only on Goombas. Like, imagine that. Imagine like Mario suddenly had a Mario platformer suddenly had a huge combat system with combos and stuff.
Smash Mario.
Yeah, but it only works on Goombas.
And then for everything else, you have to play it like regular.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's like, excuse me, what? What was the point of this?
Yeah.
You had something, but your enemy design is trash. It's garbage. The game is just a shooter now. It's not what anyone went into the game expecting. Like legitimately, the game felt like Sony's answer to Zelda, and it could have been.
Yeah, it could have been. But it fails to have combat that is.
Yeah, and that's not even getting to the bosses. It's the same boss every time.
Yeah.
Like the human bosses work exactly the same. And you don't even have to shoot them. You could just lay a bunch of traps, and then they'll walk over every one of the traps and then die. Like the first few human bosses I fought, I literally just set up a bunch of traps, and they walked into one of them and died. The last human boss in the game, I set up 3 traps. Oh, it still was the same thing.
Yeah.
And what the game expects you to do is to just shoot them, because if you try to fight the human enemies up front and they're not like a mook, they're gonna like instantly counter all your attacks. They're like basically immune. So it's like, alright, another enemy where it's pointless to have all these combat mechanics. Then you get to the like non-human bosses, and it's literally the same boss. The only ones that are different are the ones that end up not being bosses. Like they give you a boss fight, and then you go later in the game and turn out it wasn't actually a boss. It was just a new enemy type, and you're gonna fight a lot of them. The actual boss fights is literally the same exact robot. Even the final boss
is the same.
Even the final boss. You know what the final boss is?
What?
It's that same robot again, except you have a party now, and so you're not fighting alone, so it's even easier. And then, in order to give it any semblance of a challenge, you have a 10-minute time limit. First of all, 10 minutes is an eternity.
A huge time.
Yeah, that's an eternity. And you have a party now. A party to defeat a boss that I already beat 3 times alone.
Yeah.
And now I have even stronger weapons. And this is the final boss, by the way. You fight the main villain turns out to be like this malevolent AI. And I'm like, oh, am I gonna fight a new robot? A cool robot? Gonna fight the AI itself? And what the AI does is he just summons that same robot. And you know why? And everybody thinks this game is amazing. Because no one cares about gameplay in RPGs.
Yeah.
Especially not if it's a Western AAA, because all you need there is cinematic stuff. Nice!
I was thinking about intentionally dueling that one shadow and disrespect him, like Dark Impulse or something, which would have been really funny, but I think that was better.
I don't think you've even seen any of the dark mode slates.
I did Dark Impulse, I think, on purpose.
Okay, yeah, you've done Dark Impulse.
I haven't seen any of the other ones.
Yeah, Dark Impulse looks exactly the same as regular Impulse. It's the other ones that are like Dark Maelstrom and Dark Barrage, which are really cool.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I'll get a chance.
You should have made this...
a save point, right?
Yes.
Oh, well. It's not really a big deal. I can just go back and make it a save point.
You can also make it the next stream a save point, since you're probably going to pass through anyway.
Yeah. Wow.
See?
Did he call?
No damage, no money loss. All you did was trip.
Yeah, fuck you. I can just use my zeros, bitch.
That was basically like how you fight Unknown in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Yeah, pretty much. I danced with him. Actually, that makes it look like the game is turn-based.
Yeah, I mean, kind of does. You know, Square Enix finally localized the game Seiken Densetsu 3.
Yes.
They finally gave it a name, called it Trials of Mana. And I bought it because I'm gonna support that, because they made an entirely new ROM hack translation of a game that no one ever expected to ever come, because that was on the SNES, and that is like even more niche than Tales. But they did it because unlike Namco, they actually listened. Namco, I've been playing it, and it's really interesting seeing that, and the state of what action games and action RPGs have become after that, and also what Square Enix action games have become. Because I mean, I've told you a lot about how Secret of Mana works, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how it's an interesting look at what action games were before combos were a thing.
Yeah.
So you actually had to attack derivatively and stuff. One of the things I realized is that it's an action RPG. So Square Enix would just design it with other RPGs in mind. They're like, okay, let's make one of our RPGs but in real time. And so you get really interesting stuff. So I don't know how much you probably don't know this because you haven't played that many RPGs to know this. But in a lot of RPGs, accuracy and evasion only applies to physical attacks. Magic attacks usually are guaranteed to hit no matter what.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is how they apply that to the Mana series. It's the same thing there. And how do you do that in action system? How do you make it so that the magic always hits? Because anytime you cast a spell, the game just freezes and then the attack just comes out, and you can't do anything about it. What happens whenever an enemy casts a spell, you just have to take it. And it also happens whenever you cast a spell. The enemy just has to take it. You don't have to aim it or anything. of course, the drawback is that, as opposed to physical attacks, which are free but have cooldowns.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so that it's really interesting that it's like that. And then meanwhile, like, you know, Kingdom Hearts is a much more modern action game, and it's not designed like that at all. Much more modern action RPG, not designed like that at all. You can actually dodge like every move. Well, I think he got hit and despawned at the same time.
You learned some tech today. Doesn't matter because I hit him in the face.
Yeah. So like in that sense, like you can consider like the Secret of Mana to be kind of turn-based. Same thing with Second Densetsu 3. In a sense, because you know you attack once and then you have a cooldown, and you have to wait for the opponent to attack before you get your cooldown back. It was funny.
I like crossed him up, but I have a hitbox behind me, and it hit him, and it didn't do a sound effect. Just combination of things that was really funny. That was the homogeneous history of gay inventors moment.
Ooh, nice. Anyway, so what's really interesting is what's it called? So not only did they translate Trials of Mana, they're also remaking it, which is the double whammy. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Right? But what's really interesting, my friend, like they're just pick whatever, Black Room, I guess.
Yeah.
Or
Bottomless.
Almighty, actually.
Almighty, yeah.
Yeah, get those twos out of the way.
And a green.
Stagnant, everlasting.
Stagnant. Actually, let's see. Do I have a duplicate? Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyway, so the remake is like even more action oriented. It seems to have air combos, but I don't know if that's actually an air combo or if it's just an animation, because it's weird to me for a Mana game to have combos at all. Mm-hmm. It's like the Samurai Showdown of action games, even more than Dark Souls is. Run to Dragon Maleficent. Yes.
Oh, that looks cool.
Yeah. Wait till you see the dark mode version. Try to get that if you can.
Oops.
Take that.
Okay, try to do them again.
Feel the heat.
Oh, 0. Ooh, 0. Oh, or that, I guess.
I didn't really want to.
Take that. Feel the heat. Take that. Take that.
Alright. Nice. Missed. I have no idea why he missed, but at least it looked cool, right?
Yeah.
Like, he just throws a bunch of Soul Eaters.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. I should just, when I'm dueling, if I know I have a whole bunch of eye cards coming up, even if there's a reload, I should just spam. Like, I waste way more time trying to pick out the right card.
Yeah.
It's not that important.
Yeah. It depends on your deck, but yeah.
But even, honestly, with most decks, you probably will be fine just spamming it. There are, I can only think of a couple, like, potential
You
decks.
could not spam on Traverse Town deck.
Yeah. There are only a couple decks like that where it's like that it would be a problem. I think most are
Take this.
There was no sound on that.
yeah, it was weird.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna say more about Trials of Mana. So my friend was watching gameplay of Trials of Mana on the Nintendo's Treehouse stream.
Mm-hmm.
Really interesting that they revealed that on Nintendo instead of Square Enix, but there's a reason for that. You know, like tangent time. You know why? You know the whole thing about Square Enix's source codes.
Oh yeah, there wasn't a whole thread on Twitter about how they just lose the source codes for their game.
Technically, it was Squaresoft thing.
It's believed that that's why it took Final Fantasy VIII so long to get a remake.
No, not believed. That is definitely why it took them so long.
Okay.
And so, like Square Enix has actually been pulling out statements about this, and they talked about the Mana clone. They remade the original Mana game, Seiken Densetsu 1, known in English as Final Fantasy Legend, even though it's not a Final Fantasy game. That's just what they did. They rebranded it.
You know what? I'm actually gonna cut through the save room.
When they remade it, they came out on Vita. When they remade Secret of Mana, they came out on PS4 and Vita. When they remade Palace of Mana, that's Switch.
Yeah.
When they porting the Mana collection, that's Switch. Why? Well, turns out they said we had to ask Nintendo for the source code, so it made sense. Square Enix did not have the Mana source codes. Nintendo did, so they were pretty much like, all right, thanks for the source code. I guess we'll just put it exclusive for your system.
Yeah. Or it was a deal like, yeah, we'll give you the source code.
It wasn't even a deal. Like Nintendo didn't ask them to make it exclusive. They were just like, okay, we'll just
thanks, like as a token of our gratitude.
Yeah, and then Nintendo's like, okay, might as well just put this in our treehouse. Anyway, back to Trials of Mana. My friend was watching them fight the first boss, and
it ended up being a huge W, at least for that particular fan base. I'm sure a lot of people watching.
Oh, hell yeah! I am like, no, like trust me, like everyone who has emulated an RPG in their life knows about Seiken Densetsu 3.
Okay. Like I was more thinking about like Smash fans being like, the fuck is this?
Legitimately, actually, like, there, like, if it weren't for Smash, there'd probably be more people that care Seiken Densetsu 3 than Mother 3.
Yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, like I was just blown away. Well, you should save the cut here.
Yeah.
I was blown away. But yeah, my friend was watching a stream, and he said, "Oh, this game looks super easy now. They'll make it look easier." I analyzed it. I'm like, does it really? Turns out I found out exactly why he thought it looked easier, and he realized it too. Spells are now dodgeable. And the first boss cast a lot of spells, and that made it really hard in the original game because you just had to take it and heal. But now you can just dodge them, and it's like, oh, that's going to be a huge difference. So yeah, it's interesting to see them try to make it more like a modern game. I wonder if it's going to take from Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
But anyway,
yeah.
We'll cut this and continue next episode.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time.